Hi, my name is Jen. Welcome to my channel, All of My Plants. Today I am going to pot some things up, some propagations. I might make some propagations. I'm trying a new substrate, media, whatever you'd like to call it, medium. To be fair, I already stuck some plants in it and I didn't do it on camera, but I'll show you what they are. I got this little, I think this is silver dragon alocasia. And what this one is in, it looks like zeolite, charcoal, perlite, and stratum, or stratum. I have no reservoir or anything in this one. It's kind of just in the cup, you know, in case for when. But for now, it's just, you know, getting used to being in there because it was propagated in, I think this one was in perlite. Does that sound right? Maybe. And then this is, I just did this in a video, propagated it, and it was in water, but it had some pretty nice little roots starting, so I stuck it in, I think this is, yeah, this is the same mix. It's stratum, zeolite, carbon, charcoal, and a little bit of perlite, but you can see the moisture in there. Now this one did have a little bit of a reservoir, but it's sucked up most of it, and I won't refill it until that condensation you see there starts to kind of dry up. So I don't know, I'm just tinkering with stuff. If you don't know what stratum is, I heard about it on, I think, Quirky Lemon, her channel, and there's another channel, but I cannot remember her name. And I follow her. I'm a subscriber and I cannot remember. But here, we'll show you. We'll tip this down. That is what it looks like. This has been cleaned. Well, as clean as it gets. It does kind of continue to make a mess. It continues to have like a reddish brown or, you know, gray residue that will wash out of it or flush out of it. And then this is the packaging, in case you were wondering. And the zeolite, that's hard to find in my area, so I actually got that in, it's like a filter pack. This comes from a pet store. It comes in like a filter pack. I'll put a picture right here so you can see the packaging of that. But, so that's what I'm working with that. When I say stratum, it's this or some combination of this, perlite and zeolite and charcoal. The zeolite I have is a Fluval brand mix of charcoal or carbon, whatever you prefer to call it, and zeolite, and I'll show you what that looks like as well. It comes in filter packs like for an aquarium, and I just removed it from those packs, flushed it through really well because it's dusty, and this is what it looks like clean and dry. And I just add, I don't know, a little bit, a handful, sorry for the adjustments, a handful to the stratum. So, okay, let's get into it then. I think I showed these in my updates video. I have these guys here, which have some kick butt roots. They're ready to go into something, and I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna go ahead and put them into stratum for now. I know I said I was going to plant them back with the original plant, but I think I'm going to wait to do that until I repot it and on some sort of better polar support. Because this one's short, it's about to reach the top again. So for now, I think they're going to get their own little pot. And let's do them in stratum, because I don't know, I hear that they're great for Hoyas. I don't think I did. The Hoya linearis is in it. But the plants that I have in it otherwise are alocasia. I thought there was somebody else in it. Oh no, it's two alocasia. One's the silver dragon and then the other is black velvet, I believe. But we're going to try philodendron in there too. Okay, so let's see. This is just a cup that I've started. If I can figure out where the lens is. There we go. Started putting some of the mix in. And then I've got my containers of stratum. Right here, let's use some that I've already mixed. This one has both perlite and zeolite in it already. I'm going to use that first, I guess. And I'm debating, do I want to put all three of these in the same cup? Or should I put them in separate cups? Let's see. Oh, that's so cute. If it'll focus. There we go. So yeah, it's got a nice little growth point going on there and some decent roots. No secondaries yet, but you know, I might go ahead and do 2 in there. I'll do 2 in this one. Ooh, this one's in there. Okay. I'm gonna do this one and this one. They were both mid cuts in the cup, and then in another cup I'll do the top cut separate. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of plunk them in here and fill around them. And then I will, of course, flush it through, but I think another person was maybe, that I heard mention the stratum, I mean, was maybe, gosh, she's from Canada. Grania? Jungle Flowers Canada, I believe is her channel. I think she mentioned it. I can't remember if it was in a video or if it was just in a comment on someone's video. I don't know, but I thought the idea was interesting. I can't say that it's any less messy than dirt so far. And still, it's like any other, like clay or pawn or anything like that. You still have to kind of flush it through, that I can tell, because it's messy when you water it. Well, I got the edges right up against the edge of the cup there. Good job. Well, I've got 2 cups there. Maybe you can see better if I remove one of those. It'll be fine. And I guess I can watch them that way. But yeah, so that's that guy. Looking a little funny. Got the growth points kind of close to the top there. You can see one on that one. Oh, the other one's on the other side. Can you see it? Oh, there's just the tip. All right, so there's that guy. And then I'm going to do this one in another cup of his own. Same thing here. Ooh, this one's still wet. These are some I started filling before it was all the way dry. I set these in the bottom of the plant cabinet back there to dry, and ooh, this one, it doesn't have roots as well as I would expect, or as good as I would expect. I mean, there's roots, but I'm going to get rid of that yucky bit. But yeah, oh, another yucky bit came off and I almost dropped it. It's okay. I'm still gonna go with it. Same thing, just filling around. There we go. And a root still managed to make its way over to the edge. Right there. Right there, root made its way over to the edge anyway. But yeah, you can see the difference in the color of the dry and the still somewhat damp. But it's gonna be alright. And that's what that guy looks like. Alright, so we've got those potted. Let's see, who else are we messing with today? So those might actually be the only ones that I'm potting. Well, potting without cutting. But I think I'm going to cut that guy. That Mayoi that's back there. I'll take you off there and show you, and I'm pretty sure we're going to chop it. Okay, here's to wandering off in the middle of the video to go get a refill of the beverage. Okay, I think I have my life together. I found my snips. I have them clean. I have them dry. I'm going to cut the Mayoi, so we're gonna hop down off there. I'm gonna take you over here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I don't know if I can fit I can't fit the tripod back there, so I'm going freehand. Be brave. Okay, so that's the leaf. The last time I showed this plant, that leaf wasn't quite out yet. It hadn't popped out, and it's trying another one. So I am gonna, those two are gonna be the top cut. They're gonna be separate, and then every other leaf down to this one, I'm not cutting this one, I'm cutting right above it, will be a single node. So we're gonna get in here and cut right here where it's already damaged. Sorry. There. That felt really dry and easy. But yeah, so I'm gonna unstrap that off of there and then move it over to my handy dandy washing machine workspace, and we're gonna chop it. I wonder if any part of this was grabbing at all. I'm gonna say no. It's got plenty of aerial roots. Well, it was grabbing lightly. Ugh. Come off. Where's the end of the Velcro? There it is. Alright, we're free. We're free! Okay, so this is what the guy looks like unstaked. And it was grabbing just a little bit. You can see I stripped some of it off there where it's like fresh and green. That's where it was holding on. That's the newest leaf. And then this was the growing point, which is very sticky. I think, I'm not sure if it's just being extra floral nectarary or if it's got some sort of pesty that I can't see. But I'm going to treat it as well after we get it chopped up before we put it in whatever we're going to propagate it in. So this was the oldest leaf. It will also be the cutting with the oldest leaf. But yeah, so okay, let's get to cutting. What did I do with my snippy snips? Story of my life. Okay, got them. I'm not going to like clean them in between every cut. I'm not that obsessive. I'm going to cut off this stem section here, or a chunk of it anyway. And this here, it's so weird. Like it's got a, I'll show you where it's cracked. It's got like this bit that like cracked as I was staking it up because it was crawling more than it was climbing. So I staked it up and this outer like sheath on the main stem there cracked and split away a bit. If we're focusing, I can't tell. I thought that was pretty unusual, but it did that in several places. So we're going to cut off some of the excess there. Let's see if I can see a growth point. Yeah, I can see where it might activate right here on the very opposite side of where the current leaf is. Once again, if we're focusing. But yeah, it had a lot of, even at places that weren't the node, a lot of these places where roots were trying to grow. So that it could grip you, I guess. But we're going to give it plenty of room. Yeah, that's so weird how that outer sheath there cracks. I've not had a philodendron do that yet. But yeah, so that's what we're working with. I left a little bit of room there, a little bit of room there, and we are going to set these aside to dry after I clean them thoroughly. I'm not going to plunk them right into some sort of substrate or media or anything like that. Boy, there's a lot of like really long internodal spacing in between these guys. Is it just me, or is that smell when you're chopping up a philodendron just fascinating? This smells a little bit different. It kind of smells, it has that philodendron smell, but there's something else there too. Phew. Grassy, almost like fresh cut grass. I don't know. That's interesting. I've never propagated this particular plant, so yeah, I've never noticed it before. Never noticed it. There's that one. I might eventually trim these back, I don't know, but I try to leave myself some wiggle room in case it wants to rot or in case it wants to root from some other random place. So that's why I leave them so long. And eventually they will probably just rot and dry off on their own anyway. That's a shorter space on that one. This is going to be our last mid-cut. Is this guy right here. Look at all those roots that are just ready to go. I had mentioned that I was thinking about air layering this, and I just don't think there's any need to. It's got a lot going for it already. I mean, I might be sorry that I didn't, but you know, time will tell. It is what it is now. We've already chopped it. And this will be our top cutting here. I'm going to shorten this up a little bit, I think. Yeah, I am. I'm going to shorten it up quite a bit, probably to about there. But once again, this one has a lot of aerials, so it looks like it's ready to party. Oh my gosh, I'm getting sticky stuff everywhere from this. I don't know if you can see it or not. Like, it's very sticky, very sappy. Yeah. All the way around to like actual gooiness. There's like a whole droplet right there too. Oh, I hope it's focusing. But yeah, it's very sticky. Alright, so we're gonna, I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna spray them. I'm gonna put them in the shower floor actually, because I have a lot of animals around here and I don't want any potential of overspray getting on something I can't easily clean. Because I have birds, cats, dogs. There's a frog or two around here. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. And then I'm going to let them dry, and I will be back when they have dried a bit, and we're going to figure out whether we're going to put them in soil. Actually, we might do a combination soil, stratum, water. I don't know. We'll see what works best. Okay, I have no idea how long it's been. I'm going to say since I sprayed them off and put them back in this room, maybe 20 minutes. I can still see some of the spray or whatever it is on them, water, whatever. When I say spray, I used Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew, just because it's easy and convenient. You can still see there's some moisture on there. I wasn't really worried about that drying. I was more worried about the cut ends drying off a bit. They still look fairly moist. I haven't had much of a problem with them rotting from that. So we're going to proceed. It looks like I've got 3 cups here, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cuttings. So I think I'm going to do 3 in the cups, and then I'll do 2 in water, and we'll see how that goes. Let's get you over here again. Okay, so I've got, once again, cups of half dry, where I started filling them and for whatever reason quit. I might have had to go wash more, but it's all caked together. That's why I'm kind of, or not caked together, but it's like, it sticks slightly when it's moist. But I have mixed up some more. You can see what it looks like dry now. The perlite isn't so gray until I run it through, run water through it with the fluval in there, the stratum, because it's like, it's these little pellets that are kind of like compressed soil. I think it's compressed volcanic soil. It is messy. I assume it will break down over time. How long that will take, I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out together. Okay, so I'm definitely going to put these ones that have, whoops, if I don't kill them, the ones that have pretty good roots starting already. I'm going to put that one, this is the top cut. I'm going to put that in stratum, and maybe this one. And this one. So yeah, these 3 I'm going to put in the stratum. And then the thing that concerns me about putting this one in water is this is one of the ones where that outer sheath has cracked. So I'm not sure how that'll go. That is my cat jumping on the door out here. There's a door like that way. But yeah, I guess she wants in. Let me go let her in and then we'll continue. Okay, what I was saying. Where this, like that outer sheath is cracked, I don't know if we're focusing on anything I want it to. Maybe. I can't see at all today. My eyes are awful. Where that's cracked, I am a little bit concerned putting that in water. That might be a weak spot. That might be a place where bacteria can get in and really mess with the plant tissues. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to try it anyway. So that one's cracked, and then this other one that I'm planning on putting in water, it looks pretty good. I mean, you can see it's like a little frazzled there at the top. Same at the bottom end. I don't know if we're focusing at all. Maybe it's just my eyes aren't focusing. But anyway, so those are the ones we're going to put in water. Actually, I have water right there. Can you see what I'm doing? No. Helps if you move the camera. There we go. Back in this handy dandy thing, I've just tucked the first leaf in there, second leaf in there, which I'll have to come up on the water level on that one, and I'll go down on the water level on that one. Actually, why don't we do that now? It's not that hard to add some to this one. So we can get up and cover those, the node, and then that one there. I still might go down even further on the water level on that one, but that's what we look like for now. Odd as it is. That's kind of bizarre looking. This one sits so deep and then this one's so high. I don't really want to bend it to mash it down in there, but that's what it looks like right now. It's not going to fit on the shelf where I normally put it. Burn that bridge later. Okay, back over here again. Okay, so these three I was going to go ahead and put in stratum. Once again, I have just a little in the bottom. Make sure I'm putting them right side up, because I have done that before. Oh, I'm jittery. Coffee again. I miss actual sugar in my coffee. Actually, I'm not that bad. I've mentioned, if you didn't see that video, that I'm doing some like low carb dieting. More for the purpose that I just need less sugar in my life. My husband needs less sugar in his life. And we've done low carb before, and we both had terrible cravings. Like, I would have done obscene things, like I said, for like pasta or bread or one of those little snack cakes or something. But like, and I'm not a sweets person anyway, but there's something about when you're not able to have something, makes you want it more. But we've made it through that. Like, the worst of it is usually the first few days anyway. Well, just a little higher. It's usually the first few days anyway, first week, whatever it is. So we got past all that, and we've kind of hit a brick wall. Neither one of us is really losing much weight anymore. I mean, we're losing a half a pound a day, maybe, whereas it was nothing to lose a pound a day. So that's tapered off now, but that's pretty normal from what I've found doing it previously. I think that's good. And it's only certain things that I really miss having actual sugar in, like my coffee for one, because it does taste different with like Sweet and Low, or, you know, the sugar-free flavored syrups that you can get. It just tastes a little different, and it's just something to get used to, but I miss that. I don't even drink that much coffee, but I'm limited on the beverages I can have now, and coffee is one I can have, tea. Like, I know technically I can have diet soda, but you know, diet soda is also the devil. So, but I'm like a caffeine addict for sure. All right, so there's those 5. It's just been something to get used to. That, my husband has had an allergic reaction to one of the medications. It's a newer one. It's called Jardiance. Hives, miserable, miserable hives. I feel bad for him because he looked like he'd been set on fire. It was a rough time. Let's see. Are we going to propagate anybody else? How about maybe a couple cuttings of that Monstera? What is that one called? Is it subpinata? I don't think it is. I'll put it down here because my memory... brain still no work. Okay. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to take you over here and show you where I'm going to cut it. Got my handy dandy shears again. Knocking things in the floor. So this guy, we're going to be backlit, I'm sorry. This guy is the Monstera. It's grown off the pole. It didn't even try to, like, there's the pole, there's the newer leaves. It also put out a bare node in there. So I'm going to cut back to this leaf, I think, right there. And so I guess that'll leave us 2 leaves and a node to propagate. I haven't had great luck with node propagation here lately, like bare node. Let's go ahead and cut it, and then I'll put you down and we'll get it off there and see what we're working with. Where am I cutting you? Right I'll cut it right, if I can get in there, right there. Okay, let's set it free. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is the cutting. This node here just went, nah, we're just gonna grow a sheath, but there's nothing in there. So that's weird. These ones here did fine. They're a little smaller. Obviously, that one's pretty new. It's got a slight bump there where a new leaf is gonna come. But so I think I'll chop it here, and then I might go ahead and try to propagate that node. I haven't had the best luck with that lately. In particular, I'm thinking about the Monstera albo when I propagated that. I'll show you what that node looks like. I propagated it at the same time I propagated the rest of it, and I did updates on it not that long ago. I forgot to do an update on this because there's not much going on here. I'll show you. This is it. That's the node. The new growth, I assume, if it's ever going to come, would come from there. Some of the aerial root has rotted back, and a little bit of this end here rotted. It's been in here the whole time. I haven't taken it out, haven't done anything with it. It's just not doing much. It's not at all attached there. It's very loose. You can see it's not holding on at all. I don't know. We'll just wait longer. It doesn't cost anything to have it just kind of sitting around, so I'll do something similar probably with the node there. And these look absolutely pristine, very pest free. I don't see anything weird going on here, so I'm not going to spray these off. I think we'll water propagate one, and then should we put one in Fluvo stratum, because I have one cup left here that I've already poked holes in. They all do have drainage, and I just set the cup inside of a cup that doesn't have drainage, if that makes any sense. But I think that's what we'll do. One in water, one in stratum, and then I don't know how I'm gonna mess with that node. What will we do with that? Do I see a growth point? I couldn't even tell you where that would grow from if it did. Well, maybe. Now that I pull that sheath all the way off, I can see a little spot right there. You may or may not be able to see it. It's the tiniest little green bump. But, so yeah, let's chop it. Chop it. Once again, pretty long internodal spacing. I think it was that way on the whole plant now that I look at it. They're all kind of spaced out like that. I'm gonna leave some room here for the node. Alright, so that's gonna be our node right there. Hopefully it does well. And then that's going to be one of the leaf propagations. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, hopefully that'll do okay. And then this will be the top cutting, which I don't expect that the leaf in the sheath will do anything. Sometimes they rot. Maybe I'll do this one in the fluval, and I'll do the other one in water. I keep saying fluval. I think fluval is the brand and stratum is the product. But yeah, as far as I know, nobody else makes stratum. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do that with this one. We'll put the other one right in here. Why am I never in the right spot? Here we go. I'm so sorry. I still have this water here. I'm gonna plunk it in there. That's this one. Put that one in there. Just so that those roots are covered. You can kind of see. Or what will be the roots. Put them back there. And then this guy here, I'm going to do it in stratum. I don't know if that'll help or not. We still might lose that, the newest leaf that's in there developing. But let's see, what are you? I don't know where my other cup is. This is probably going to be messy. My catcher cup. I Okay, anyway, we're gonna put my hand under it because a lot of the stratum will fall out of the holes. The holes are just a little bit bigger than the stratum is. Put you down in there. And fill around it. Now I'm getting a phone call. Okay, sorry about that. My husband called to complain about the price of gas. Not that I blame him. I mean, you know, who else are you going to call and complain to other than your spouse, significant other, friends, family, whatever. Okay. So I got this guy in here. He's all tucked in, sticking straight up, looking a little weird. Single leaf sticking up. It's okay, right? I am going to water all these guys in, and then I guess I'll show you what we've done. That might be enough for this video. It might be getting a little long. So, yeah, let's go ahead and look at what we've done. Okay, we are back again. What we did was, I wish I had the camera still running while I was pouring water in these, because it sizzles. It sounds like when you pour a can of pop or soda or whatever. That's what it sounds like. It sounds fizzy. But anyway, what we did in this video, we put this Philodendron silver stripe. Did I even mention what it was? Philodendron silver stripe. We potted these cuttings up. They had a little bit of roots, which you can't see now because they're all covered in the dark color from the fluval stratum. Can you see these? Yeah, you can still see these ones. There we go. But yeah, we put these two cuttings in together. We left the growth points just above the substrate. Let's point the camera down instead of trying to tip the cup up. There we go. You can see one on this edge and the other one is right there on that edge. So that's those guys. We watered these guys in. These are the Philodendron mayoi, which we also treated because maybe there was something going on, maybe not. It might have just been extra floral nectary because it was like, this is my time. Or it could have been pest pressure. So we did 2 of those in the... No, we did 3. Where's the third? Isn't that terrible when you lose a whole plant? I had lost the top cutting already. This is the top cutting of the mayoi. We put that in stratum and 2 other in stratum. So, like, yeah. And we'll check in on them here in a little bit. I say a little bit, I mean, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, whatever. And then this one here is the Monstera subpinnata, I believe. The other is pinnata partita. I have that as well. It looks much different, at least at this stage in their development. So anyway, this is the top cutting of that one, and I think we did 1 other cutting, which is this one in water. And then we did 2 of the mayoi cuttings in water, and we'll see how they go. I kind of like watching the roots grow. That one's trying to jump out. I didn't even realize it. I kind of like watching the roots on things grow in water, and I have a tendency to leave them far too long. So maybe I won't do that to these guys. Then we also have of the subpinnata, Monstera subpinnata, we have the node that we're going to, I don't know, maybe we'll put it on a moss bed. Actually, I already have some, I have some perlite set up, so maybe I'll try it in perlite too. It doesn't seem like bare nodes do that great in perlite though, at least not for me. They take forever if they ever do anything. Maybe I'll stick it upright like this in the perlite. Normally I lay them down, but I think I'm going to stick this one down in like this and see how that goes. I did that with the melanochrysum I propagated, and it did okay that way. I'm going to do that. Let's see, I have this very dry perlite right here. In there currently are some, these did not do as well as the other ones. They were in moss first. These are Alocasia black velvet, and I think one is Alocasia Dragon scale? Yep, we're gonna go with that. The perlite's kind of dry at the moment, so, but I'm going to propagate this in there. Just upright, or upright-ish. Just keep the node kind of covered, and I'm gonna moisten it, and I'm just gonna plop it under bright light, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's it. That's what I had for today. Just catching up on some things that I've been saying I need to do that I've, you know, not done because I'm a slacker. I mean, that's what it comes down to. So that was that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, and come back and check me out again soon. Thanks. Bye.